In Florida, between Disney and Republican Governor Ron DeSantis is now headed to court. The company has filed a First Amendment lawsuit against DeSantis, a potential GOP presidential candidate. Did so yesterday, alleging he has led, quote, a targeted campaign of government retaliation, close quote, against Disney ever since Disney publicly criticized the state's so-called Don't Say Gay bill last March. Manuel Bojorquez has more.
Disney's lawsuit was filed just minutes after a board appointed by Governor Ron DeSantis nullified provisions that allowed the company to largely govern the land around Disney World. In its suit, Disney calls the board's decision patently retaliatory, patently anti-business, and patently unconstitutional. DeSantis has called Disney's opposition to the law out of line, and while on a visit to Israel this morning, addressed the suit.
They're upset because they're actually having to live by the same rules as everybody else. They don't want to have to pay the same taxes as everybody else, and they want to be able to control things without proper oversight.
The feud goes back to March of last.
Bro, this motherfucker traveled the entire world instead of just going to Epcot. Like, going to Japan and then Israel while claiming that you're not running for president is so whack. He is... Someone in this community said Ron DeStinky is the Kamala Harris of the Republican Party, and I haven't stopped thinking about that ever since. Have you guys seen this fucking speech? Every time I hear this motherfucker speak, I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
I think it's very...
Every time I hear Ron DeStinky speak, I lose my mind at like how uncharismatic he is.
Last year, when Disney spoke out against the state's parental rights and education law, which bans lessons relating to sexual orientation and gender identity in Florida classrooms.
Free to say gay!
The controversial law, which previously only applied to grades K through 3, was expanded in recent weeks through the 12th grade.
In Florida, gender ideology has no place in our schools, and if that means taking on Disney to make sure that's the case, we will do it.
This is a lot about his image and how he's perceived Republican primary voters. And they feel like this helps them.
GOP political consultant Terry Sullivan doesn't see DeSantis backing down as the governor weighs a potential 2024 presidential campaign.
But if he were to want to get to a general election and actually gets there, what does it mean at that point?
You know, you cross that bridge when you come to it.
Disney is a heavy...
Like, look at this. Look, please, look. Remember the Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida in Tokyo as a part of the foreign nation trade mission, which is seen as an attempt to increase his diplomatic profile. You know? The fuck are you doing in Tokyo, brother? Get the fuck out of there. Like, what are you doing? DeSantis was asked what he thought about trailing Donald Trump among GOP supporters. DeSantis' wife's kind of hot, though, I will admit.
Will show you falling behind Trump. Any thoughts on that?
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
Like, you can be hitting the Ozempic as hard as you want, motherfucker, but when you do that insane like face, like this facial expression is a big no-no, man. You don't got a coach for this. Look at this.
I'm not a candidate, so we'll see if and when that changes.
I'm not a candidate. Chapo called it loony. Like Looney Tunes. This is what happens when you are desperately, what the fuck? This video is 30 seconds, just the video, and then the rest of the 30 seconds is Lester Holt. Dude, fucking promoting NBC News. Jesus Christ, dude. The reason DeSantis is so dangerous is because he has no personality, charisma. No, he's just fucking terrible. I'm not running. Okay, here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another Ron DeStinky moment where, like, he's just trying to be animated but failing to be animated. You know what I mean? It's just...
I just wanted to check your fingers for a moment.
Okay, here we go. I found it. Fucking Fox News. Thank God there's like a trusted name in news. Like, that will give us the actual...
I just wanted to check your fingers for a moment. Because I've noticed a very slimmed down Ron DeSantis. You've lost a lot of weight recently.
Well, we're, at the end of the day, it's like New Year's resolution, just get back in the swing of things.
I had the same thing.
I'm a athlete and a military veteran, and so as governor, you can get caught up in a lot of other stuff.
How much have you lost?
I don't know. I mean, I don't weigh or anything like that.
Made quite a lot.
I'm on a good regimen, and we'll keep it going. And
apparently, no carbs and no dessert.
So I think the sugar is the biggest issue because, like, basically, if you do sugar, your body burns sugar. If you don't, it burns fat. And so if you're working out and just eating halfway decent.
Yeah, dude, he's talking keto, which is so funny. He's like, yeah, man, I'm doing keto. I'm doing keto, Piers. It's working wonders for me.
I'm doing exactly the same thing, by the way, since Christmas.
Okay.
So we're on this together.
There you go.
You're probably doing a bit better than me. But I was asking about your fingers because of this, scandal, which broke last week.
Scandal?
That you apparently were eating chocolate pudding with 3 fingers.
Now, was that anonymous sources or something?
It was a very serious allegation. In fact,
he's so weaselly, dude. Oh, my God. He's such a little weasel. He's like, is that anonymous sources? Piers?
I congratulated the journalist who broke it on the new Watergate.
Look at that face!
But I have to put it to you, Governor. Have you ever eaten a chocolate pudding with 3 fingers?
I don't remember ever doing that. I'm telling you, maybe when I was a kid, but it's interesting. There's a lot of people when they go at you, sometimes they have like really good ammunition. Like, you're a crook, you did this, you did that. For me, they're talking about pudding. Like, is that really the best you got? Okay, bring it on.
But now you're not having puddings.
No pudding.
They're done.
No way. It's sugar, man. You can't
be doing
the
these
puddings
two things
with sugar.
are not linked in
I don't
any
know.
way.
Maybe there's sugar-free pudding. I got to look into that and try to figure out how we go from there.
That's so sick. That's so sick. Like, Donald Trump would have been making Piers Morgan do fucking backflips on his dick, okay, in a conversation like this. Donald Trump is a sassy bitch, and that comes across so well in conversations like this, especially when you try to catch him on a back foot. You know what I mean? Piers lightly jabs at DeStinky, and he's like, what? Is it sugar, man? I mean, what? Is there sugar-free pudding? Maybe I should look into that. He's got the cadence of a fucking, Minnesota wine mom. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Trump would literally have Piers Morgan bouncing on his dick, okay? Like, he's so quick with it. He's so fucking nice with it usually. Like, those are his best moments. These are the clippable moments that would maybe work for Ron DeStinky, but he's like, oh man, I don't know. I don't eat pudding. Haha, look at me. I'm losing so much weight, man. Nah, no shot. The Saint can't beat the goat. What? Okay, I don't care about the fucking Dark Brandon shit. Piers Morgan wouldn't dare call Trump fat or overweight. Yeah, Trump would fucking clap back and be like, what do you mean? You're looking way worse than me, Piers. I wouldn't be talking like that. Plus, you're British. Anyway, yeah, that meme is dead now, okay? It is so fucking dead. Anyway, yeah, like I said, Rizz is unspoken. Some people have it, some people don't. And DeSantis clearly doesn't have it. Neither does Kamala Harris. Donald Trump, on the other hand, for better or for worse, does have it. You know what I mean? He does. He has it. Anyway, let's get back to this fucking Disney thing, though.
Economic hitter in Florida. It's the largest taxpayer in the state, employs more than 75,000 people there, and is a major driver of tourism. The company projects it will draw around 50 million visitors to Florida this year. In comments at Disney's shareholder meeting earlier this month, CEO Bob Iger appeared to foreshadow the lawsuit.
A company has a right to freedom of speech just like individuals do. The governor got very angry about the position Disney took, and it seems like he's decided to retaliate against us.
I think there is something there to Disney's argument.
CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson acknowledged DeSantis' claim that his administration is simply treating Disney as all other businesses in the state are treated. But she added this.
It seemed like everything was fine in terms of how Disney was being treated until they started criticizing the government. That's where you get that freedom of speech claim.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Manuel Bojorquez.